Hey everybody, I'm Cheryl Pickens with Metro First Realty Unlimited, and I'm coming to you today to talk about foreclosures. It's an uncomfortable topic, I understand, but what we've seen in the past couple of years with the forbearance program and people not fully understanding what that was when they entered into it, I'm afraid there's going to be some folks that are going to be forced to go through the foreclosure process, and I'm here to give as much information as I can. I'm going to start out with what's called a foreclosure timeline, and I'll preface all this by every mortgage company, lender, has its own way of doing things, its own rules. There's certainly some similarities and industry standards, but you'll have to check with your mortgage company to figure out exactly what's going to happen to you. The irony is there are very few people who think they're actually going to lose their home. They believe they have more time, but I believe we all probably know someone who has lost a home to foreclosure. So time is of the essence, and don't let it get the best of you, okay? The first month missed payment, you most likely get a letter from your lender. They might try to call you. I don't know how that goes these days, but they'll most likely send you a letter. The second month of missed payment, they're going to be trying to reach out to you a little more diligently. Certainly, probably another letter will come. It's important that you respond to your lender, because the lender doesn't know if you're completely done paying or if you've just hit a rough patch and you intend to get back on track. So visit with them, even as uncomfortable as it might be. You might be able to, if you're only 2 months behind, you might be able to make one payment and kind of hold things off, but you're going to have to continue making those payments. If you haven't already sought out some professional help, maybe some debt counseling, credit counseling, something like that, maybe even if you have an attorney or somebody that for little cost you can find out what the process is, after 2 missed payments, now might be the time. The third missed payment, you most likely receive a letter from your mortgage company saying that you have 30 days to bring your mortgage current. This might be called a demand letter or a notice to accelerate. So if you've missed 3 payments, that total is going to be those 3 months plus late fees, and there may be some other fees that the mortgage company puts in there. And if you don't pay it by a certain date, things are going to go south real quick. You might be able to set up some payment arrangements somehow, but again, you need to reach out to your lender to explain what's going on. The 4th month of the missed payment, now you're probably at the end of the time allotted in your demand letter or your notice to accelerate. If you haven't paid it all in that time or worked out plans, most likely your lender's going to get an attorney, and you're going to be charged any fees that your lender incurs to work on this situation. So down the end of the line, your house can be sold at auction. There's a series of events that would happen before that, but the idea is to let you know that it's a possibility that you would lose your home. And it can start as quickly as, just 3 missed payments. And so I know one rolls into the other, and next thing you know, you're in hot water. The longer you wait, the harder it is for a lender to help you. If you have a house and maybe you're just struggling to make those payments and you want to sell it, call a real estate agent and see if there might be a way to get enough out of the sale of the property so you can pay off your mortgage balance. Many times we find ourselves into a loan under certain working conditions or family conditions, and then when those conditions change, we lose our job, we have a reduced salary, we add more people to our home. It's harder to make those payments. So the idea is if you see this coming down the line, if you just can't do this anymore, you might need to consult a real estate agent and put your house on the market and see if you can save your credit and save yourself from foreclosure. There's just a little bit of a process. The borrower defaults on the mortgage. The lender notifies the borrower of the default. If the borrower cannot bring account into good standing, the lender hires an attorney, and then the attorney begins a foreclosure action. That's when papers would be served to get the process going. There's two kinds of foreclosures. There's the judicial, which goes through the court system, and then there's the non-judicial, which doesn't have to go through the court system. It depends on how your mortgage is written. There might be something written into your mortgage that is power of sale, that under certain circumstances, the mortgage company automatically begins that process. So I completed a course about a year and a half ago that was certified through the National Association of Realtors called the Short Sales and Foreclosure Resource Certification. So for about a year and a half, I've been studying up on this, and I consider myself pretty well versed on how to help an individual finding himself in foreclosure or pre-foreclosure. If you have lis pendens filed against you, that's pre-foreclosure. So we'd be happy to help you out. If you have any questions, just give me a call. I'm Cheryl Pickens with Metro First Realty Unlimited.